$1 million. That's what that costs.
She also exposed his FaceTime call where Offset is saying that he's gonna do the worst to Stefon Diggs.
He told me that he was gonna when he sees Stefon, he's gonna shoot him in his knee and strip him and rob him.
If I catch Buddy and I can catch him, it's gonna be bad.
You
so I
gonna beat
think
him
she
up?
on some beat, strip, shot in the knee, all type of shit. See, I wasn't on his
Shot
ass.
in the knee.
At first.
Crackhead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm surprised that Offset is confiding into this chick. That girl, she is known for releasing people's information. She's also the community ball. You're supposed to like find a random chick. Like, I don't get it. Why do these rappers always fall back to the same? It's like there's many. Look how many girls there are, bro. You can get any girl you want, bro.
You're going back to your old ways.
He said, "Yeah, this is scaring me, Selena."
Where were you when you heard that he had passed?
We was in bed. I was in bed. We were supposed to go to Lala's party in New York, and my daughter threw up all over my costume. So me and Offset.
So Halloween was over?
Halloween was over because it was just so much throw up on the costume, and I had nothing to wear. So we just fell asleep, and out of nowhere, like Offset phone kept ringing, my phone kept ringing, and like Offset picked up the phone, and he's just like, no, and he's screaming and screaming, and like he's screaming like, no, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, Takeoff is dead, and I'm like, and I smacked him, and I said, don't say that. Like, don't say that. And then he just like screaming and just throwing things, throwing up, running all over. And I was so scared. Like I was just crying so much. It was terrible.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Celebrio. Look, the streets have seen messy, but what allegedly hit the timeline in January 2026? This one felt different because it wasn't a source says moment, and it wasn't a shaky rumor chain either. A FaceTime screen recording started circulating, posted by influencer Selena Powell, and the clip allegedly captures Offset on audio, making violent threats toward NFL star Stefon Diggs, the same man the internet keeps linking to Cardi B's current situation. And the reason this instantly detonated online is simple. The language in that clip doesn't sound like rap talk, subliminals, or internet trolling. It sounds direct. It sounds personal. And it sounds like the kind of thing that can drag a private breakup into a full-blown legal nightmare. Selena didn't just post it and keep it cute either. She allegedly attached a warning that made everyone freeze, claiming she's been threatened, claiming she's owed money, and basically telling the internet, if something happens to me, look at him.
Yo, I really don't like doing the internet. I really, really don't like doing the internet. But the sad, stop calling me. You need to stop calling me. Because you will f***ing talk to and a mother will play in your face and your face over and over and over and over and over again. And she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to say. And it's sad that yo, this mother like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable.
Now, whether people love Selena, hate her, or don't trust her at all, that doesn't change what made this clip so dangerous. If that voice is real and the threats are real, this stops being gossip. This turns into receipts with consequences. So let's break down how we got here, why Diggs' name is even in this mess, and why this leak could flip the entire Offset versus Cardi storyline upside down. Powell also claimed in follow-up posts that Offset went even lower, allegedly taking shots at Cardi's newborn with Diggs and making nasty comments involving their kids. And the internet's been saying the same thing. Once you're aiming at a baby, there's no petty beef excuse left.
Really like a person that like to go to authorities like that. Like it's not something that I do. It's not something that, I don't know, I feel like I grew up with a Dominican family. They were hustlers. My uncle, he got arrested for somebody snitching on him or this weird shit. I be trying to keep the peace, but I'm really tired of getting harassed.
The timing is what made this feel like a full rollout of chaos. Just days earlier, on January 3rd, 2026, Powell leaked another clip she says shows Offset in her space. and Cardi addressed the situation on live, so the timeline was already on fire. But this FaceTime audio, that's what turned talking into full panic. And here's the uncomfortable part. Even if people question Powell's motives, the clip itself is what's driving the reaction. If that recording is authentic, those aren't vague bars or internet venting. It's specific, violent language. And that's why Offset's name started trending like it was a breaking case, not a messy breakup. Offset, Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, and Selena Powell all trended at the same time, and X turned into the main courtroom. Viral posts spread the exact quote-style summary of the threat, and the replies weren't joking. People were calling for legal action, tagging law enforcement, and saying this wasn't rap talk. It was real-world intimidation.
More. You know what I mean? I made bad decisions as a man, like stepping out. That's why when she left, I had to take that on the chin. Because, like, I could have been we got so much our kids to live for. I was being selfish. I wish there wasn't so much internet stuff going on. I got out of pocket a couple times because, bro, you feel like you're getting bullied.
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Yeah, like finally she left.
No, but I'm just saying you got to be honest at some point. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
I could have handled things.
I could have handled things
and been
but
more respectful.
I think we all as men been in that situation before
Oh,
and had to take accountability for our actions. Honestly.
okay, I like that.
TikTok didn't help either. Duets and Stitches picked the clip apart, frame by frame, calling it domestic abuse energy, and warning that situations like this escalate fast. The overall vibe online was simple. Something feels off, and someone could get hurt. And the reason Cardi looked so shaken when this hit the timeline is because this wasn't happening in a vacuum. Their relationship has been a roller coaster since the beginning. Love, public highs, and then repeated betrayal rumors that kept dragging them back into the same cycle. They first connected in 2017, married quietly, and from there it's been a pattern of breakups, reconciliation, and cheating allegations that never fully stopped. Every time it looked fixed, another headline would pop up. And this leak landed like the ugliest chapter yet. Then, July 2024 hit, and Cardi filed for divorce again, citing irreconcilable differences, with rumors swirling that Offset had allegedly gotten another woman pregnant in June 2024. Their third child arrived in September 2024, right in the middle of that split. And by January 2026, the divorce still wasn't wrapped. Online, the story shifted from messy breakup to ongoing conflict, with people claiming Offset was dragging the process out, refusing to sign, and keeping the pressure on. And once Cardi moved on, the Diggs fixation started looking personal. After she was linked to Stefon Diggs in 2025, Offset went live mocking the situation, basically acting like he couldn't be escaped. Petty to some, but to others it sounded like a warning. By late 2025, he kept feeding it. Lyrics, captions, and indirect shots aimed at Cardi's new relationship. That's when fans stopped calling it jealous ex behavior and started calling it obsession. Then, the receipts culture kicked in. Alleged DMs and leaked messages started circulating, including claims he asked for Diggs' location and used street language that people took as setup talk. Even when sources close to him tried to downplay it, the internet didn't buy it because the pattern looked too consistent. Jab, delete, deny, repeat. Add in the post people said targeted Cardi's baby with Diggs, and the optics got darker fast. Through all of this, Cardi's public emotions became part of the story too. Lives where she's crying, venting, saying she feels harassed, saying she can't even breathe or enjoy her life. It paints a picture of someone who isn't just mad, but worn down. By December 2024, while Offset was out partying, Cardi was on live sounding drained and overwhelmed, accusing him of threats and constant disruption. And that's the part that made viewers take the situation more seriously. It stopped looking like internet drama and started reading like real-life stress with real-life consequences. That vulnerability is raw, and you can feel it. This doesn't read like a stunt for attention. This reads like somebody who's been pushed past the limit, cheated on, embarrassed in public, And now watching threats spill over onto the new man she's trying to move forward with. On September 26th, 2024, while she was pregnant with their third child, Cardi spoke out emotionally about Offset allegedly threatening to take things back, drag her into court, and turn the split into a war. She said he can go blow money in the club, hand strangers cash, but then want to play games with the mother of his kids. And the line that hit the hardest was simple. "Thank you for my kids, but I regret you." Not the children. Him. Then things got darker. By March 31st, 2025, Cardi's X Spaces rant had people stunned because she wasn't just talking about cheating or disrespect anymore. She was talking about alleged threats, intimidation, and the kind of messages that make your stomach drop. When she said, "My life is in danger," that's not regular breakup chaos. That's fear. And once fear enters the chat, the whole story changes. By June 1st, 2025, she went live again, visibly emotional, venting like someone who feels trapped in a loop, harassment, mind games, nonstop pressure during an already messy divorce. She said she hopes he gets the ending he deserves. And yeah, people online called it bitter. But to anyone who recognizes coercion and control patterns, it sounded like desperation. Like someone begging the universe for relief because nothing else is working. And here's what makes it even heavier. Cardi comes from a world where calling authorities can feel like crossing a line. When someone who's built on pride, survival, and handle-it-yourself energy starts talking about feeling threatened, it's a sign the situation isn't just toxic, it's escalating. By late 2025, after the alleged shots at her newborn with Diggs, the fear got sharper. Cardi wasn't just defending herself anymore. She was defending a baby. Imagine giving birth and immediately being forced into public defense mode, not because the internet is messy, but because the father of your children is still trying to control the narrative and shake your sense of safety. That's not tea. That's trauma happening in real time. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs became the symbol of her trying to heal, not just rebound. Rumors started swirling in late 2024 after her divorce filing, with sources denying anything serious at first. But by mid-2025, it wasn't whispers anymore. The Knicks date, the yacht photos, the public closeness. It was clear Cardi had moved on, and Diggs was standing right there with her through the emotional wreckage Offset left behind. Then came the pregnancy news in 2025. And when their son arrived, Diggs stayed unusually calm through the chaos. No public back and forth, no tough guy posts, no clout-chasing response to Offset's threats. Just quiet, cryptic motivation quotes and a man choosing peace over performance. And that's exactly why the situation looks even worse for Offset. Because Diggs isn't feeding the fire, he's trying to protect a family. Now here's where the stakes jump. That leaked FaceTime doesn't just go viral, it can go straight into a courtroom. Lawyers and commentators are already saying those threats could become key evidence for Cardi. Custody arguments, restraining order requests, and a pattern of harassment that's been alleged for months. It's the kind of audio that turns "he's just angry" into "this is escalating." And if Selena Powell's "if anything happens to me" claim gets taken seriously, that adds another layer. Fear, intimidation, and potential witness pressure. Depending on how far this goes, Offset isn't just risking public backlash. He could be walking into real legal consequences, and the internet can't meme your way out of a statute. Sources are already speculating that Diggs and his team may tighten security, but so far there's been no official statement. And honestly, his career shouldn't take a hit because his girlfriend's ex-husband decided to go nuclear on a leaked call. Offset, though, he's already been dragged for years over cheating scandals, but this leak shifts the narrative from messy to dangerous. Brands, labels, and promoters don't play with that image if they think it could turn into real liability. Some YouTube breakdowns are predicting a dip in streams and potential business pullbacks. Sure, a small corner of the internet might romanticize it as bad boy energy, but the overall backlash looks like a net loss. For Cardi, this actually strengthens her position. People have criticized her emotional lives as too much, but this leak makes her past claims of harassment and fear hit different. It validates what she's been hinting at for a long time. Even her staying quiet right now could be strategy. Legal advice, custody planning, or just refusing to feed the chaos. But if she does speak, it'll go viral instantly, and public sympathy will likely swing even harder her way. Selena Powell, meanwhile, is the wild card. The leak boosts her visibility overnight, but it also puts her in a risky spot. Depending on how it's framed, people will either call her a whistleblower or an opportunist, and legal blowback is always a possibility when money claims and threats are involved. One thing is clear: the dynamics are permanently changed. Whatever co-parenting relationship Offset and Cardi had left is now open warfare, and that can affect the kids, Culture, Wave, and their youngest, born in September 2024. And beyond the headlines, the mental health toll is real, because this isn't just internet drama anymore. This is the kind of situation where safety, custody, and long-term trauma become the real story. Cardi has already shown how much this situation has worn her down in real time. So a fresh leak like this doesn't just go viral. It can reopen trauma and push stress levels back to the edge. And when people call for therapy or intervention, it's not always shade. A lot of it reads like genuine concern, because this is beyond messy. It's dangerous. Bigger conversations exploded from this too. Toxic masculinity, celebrity privacy, and how social media has basically become the courtroom. Some outlets framed it as a domestic violence awareness moment, and if this ends up in court, it could even shape how threats get treated in high-profile divorces. Support for Cardi flooded timelines fast. A lot of comments treated the leak like instant vindication. She's winning the divorce now. He cheated for years but can't handle her moving on. That double standard became a major theme, how men get to move reckless, but panic when the woman finally chooses peace. And of course, the internet did what it always does: memes. People cracked jokes about Diggs' knees and Offset sounding like a cartoon villain. But plenty of others pushed back, saying the jokes downplay real danger. Selena Powell stayed divisive too. Some praised her for exposing the threats. Others called her an opportunist with a history of drama, especially with the money angle. Either way, her motives got debated as hard as the leak itself. Even sports media started picking it up, framing it as a potential distraction during the season. Not because Diggs caused it, but because headlines like this follow players everywhere once they catch fire. The Patriots haven't commented, keeping it strictly professional. But you know this is getting watched internally. As of January 12th, 2026, there haven't been any reported arrests. But the leak has fans convinced it could strengthen Cardi's case if she goes for a restraining order or tougher custody terms. And that's what's really blowing people's minds. The same man who couldn't stay faithful is now spiraling because he got left. The hypocrisy is loud, and the internet is not letting it slide. Right now, Cardi's staying strategic, quiet on the specific threat video, while still moving forward with Diggs. Offset's camp hasn't dropped a clear denial or apology. Selena Powell is still leaning into her role as the one who lit the match. And Diggs? He's still catching passes, staying calm, posting quotes like none of this can touch him. But make no mistake, this isn't over. The divorce is still active, the legal pressure can still shift, and the kids are the only ones who didn't ask for any of this. January 2026 is going to be remembered as the moment the world heard Offset's energy raw. Not in a lyric, not in a headline, but in his own voice. And Cardi's tears weren't just about one clip. They were about years of betrayal, months of harassment, and the exhaustion of trying to move on while someone keeps trying to drag you back. So what happens next? That's the part everyone's watching.
To be honest with you, I never really said this. Like, I felt like I had that, like, some responsibility was on me, because what if I didn't go solo? What if I just thugged it out with the business not being right. You know what I mean? Maybe we wouldn't even been right there or in that place because I just know how we move when I'm around. I could read the room a little bit more, see, hey, this ain't the play. We need to get up out of here. I'm the one that's gonna say it. And then I wasn't there, so it's like not having control or something like that.
If you want the next update the second it drops, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And click one of the videos on your screen, because this rabbit hole goes even deeper.